So today I wanted to go over how I use Adobe Bridge to cull my photos. That is with the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. So it comes with the Lightroom and Photoshop that you're probably already paying $10 a month to use. So it's probably sitting there uninstalled on your computer, or that seems to be the trend for a lot of my photographer friends. Or some of you will go buy Photo Mechanic, which I don't remember how much it is, but I know it's at least $100. But from what I understand, this does the exact same thing, like to a T, and it comes like with your Lightroom thing. I know that culling is something that takes a lot of time for a lot of photographers because you will either just like go through and move the raws like individually to another folder, which sounds like the most time consuming thing I've ever heard in my life, or you guys will do it in Lightroom, which we know takes like forever and a day to import your photos, and then to go through them just sounds like an absolute headache. So I'm going to show you how to use this. This is what I use to cull my photos, and I think that it works really well. I was going to like live call through an entire session that I did, but I tried to record that last night and found out that my screen wasn't recording the entire time that I did it. So I'm just going to go over everything with you guys today. So it takes a while. Thanks. So these are all my files and everything here, but basically this is the SSD that I'm working off of. Yeah, it really takes forever. Oh no, we're just literally already on the screen. Okay, it's me. So this is the session that I did last night. So here's where you can just kind of navigate. If you go to computer, you can see like everything that's plugged in. This is my SD card. These are my 2 hard drives. But these always kind of just filter by recent. So here's the session I did last night. I always divide them into 3. I have raw photos, edits. This is where I'll export the edits from Lightroom. I don't use that here. And then sneak peek. I just like to give my clients like a sneak peek. So I always just put the few that I edit here because I don't want to deal with re-exporting them and all that. So if you go to your raws, so here's all my raw photos. So you basically click spacebar and that'll put it in full screen. And I'm just using the left right arrow keys to cycle through here. You can like just use, I don't know, your mouse, whatever's easier for you. I just use left right arrow keys and then spacebar to make it full screen. And so if you see, this is moving like a lot faster. So basically it compresses your raws, like you're still viewing the raw file, but it makes it like way easier to go through the raw. And so basically, okay, I am so over Siri, sorry. Basically, what you want to do is just go through, find the ones that you like, and then you put them in full screen, and then if you press 6 is what I use, but that just flags it red. Or you can press any of the other buttons. There's 7, 8, 9, and then 0 doesn't do anything. But if you just click it again, like the color that you want, it'll filter. You can also filter by stars. So if you do 5, it'll do 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. I know there's a lot of people that like to do that because you like to like save your absolute favorites. I just kind of put them all in my red folder. So however you want to organize them is like fine. Some people will just delete the ones that they don't want. So that, like, say you didn't want this one, you would just mark it 7, and that would mean that it's like gone. Do you know what I mean? And so either way works because here's how you filter them. You'll go over here to where it says labels. And then so the ones that you haven't marked are right here, and the ones that you have marked are right here. And so you can view all of the photos that you picked out. And then I just press Command A, that selects all of the photos, and then you just literally drag and drop them into Lightroom. And gotta give it a sec. It'll pull up the import screen, and then you'll see that all of the photos, so they're grayed out because I already have them in Lightroom because I already edited all of these last night. But so these are already in Lightroom, but it checks these, basically the ones that are grayed out right now would normally have check marks, and then you'll just click import. And then it only imports the ones that you selected. It completely ignores all of these, so you don't have them. And I just think this is like a way easier way to cull and edit your photos, and it's made by Adobe, so it's literally made to pair with Lightroom and Photoshop really well. Another thing I really like, so say your photo's really dark, obviously this one isn't really dark, but if you just press like R, for raw, like it just pulls up like a little Photoshop prompt so you can quickly like see what it would look like raised or lowered, or like what different things will do. If you just want to see like what basic edits would look like, or if a photo can even be salvaged, this is really useful during weddings for me. Because sometimes things will be underexposed, and I want to see if I would be able to bring them up, or if they're overexposed to see if I can bring them down. So I think both of these are like really great options. I feel like this has everything that you need to like quickly cull your photos. I get a lot of questions because I have such a fast turnaround time with my clients. And honestly, like I called and edited this entire session last night. It only took me like maybe 2 hours tops for all of it. And I know that I'm a seasoned photographer, so if you're newer, like it's gonna take you longer to pick your favorites and edit them how you would like. But I already have an editing process down, and I already know which photos I want to include in my gallery. So those are processes that get perfected, but I feel like this makes it a lot easier for you to pick ones that you want and view them in order and all of that stuff. So thanks. I hope this helps.